Hello everyone, today we are going to discuss some of the numericals related to electricity chapter of class 10. So let us all start with question number 1. So in this question we can see that there is an electric heater which is connected to a 230 volt main supply. A current of 8 ampere flows through the heater. Okay, so this is a situation that is given to us. Now they are asking that how much is the charge that flows around the circuit in each second. So first of all we have to understand that V potential difference is 230 volt over here. So V is equal to 230 volt. Current is equal to 8 ampere. Charge, that is Q, is the question over here, and each second means that time is 1 second. Now we have to find out the value of the charge. So we will apply the simple formula that I is equal to Q upon T. So Q is equal to I into T. We will just put the values. It will be 8 into 1 is equal to Q, and we get the answer Q is equal to 8 coulomb. So very simple part it is. Now moving on to the second part, that is the how much energy is transferred to the heater each second. So now since they are asking us the energy, and we all know that energy can also be taken up as the work done, so we can simply apply the formula of, that is, potential difference is applied as the amount of work done to move a unit charge from one point to another, and here V can be replaced with E. Okay, so now when we will rearrange the formula, we will get E is equal to V into Q. The value of V is 230 volt, and Q we have just found out, that is 8. When we will multiply it, we will get 1480 joule. That is the energy that will be transferred to the heat each second. Okay, so this is our question number 1. I guess it is clear. Now moving to question number 2, that is potential difference between the 2 points of a wire carrying 2 ampere current, that is I is equal to 2 ampere, is 0.1 volt, that is V is equal to 0.1. Calculate the resistance. Now it is a very simple question. It is related to Ohm's law. We all can see that it is related to Ohm's law. V is equal to IR, R is equal to V upon I. V is 0.1 and it is 2, and when we will solve this, we will get the final answer, that is R is equal to 0.05 ohm, right? So this is how we will do question number 2. I hope it is also clear to everybody. Now moving on to question number 3. Now this is very important, that a 9 ohm resistance wire is doubled up by folding. Okay, so suppose this is a wire and now I will double it up. So when I will double it up, so what happens, that suppose this is the area of cross section of the initial wire and this is the length. Now when we will double it up, the length will become half and the area becomes 2a. Okay, now once we will fold it, we will double it. Now we are supposed to calculate the new resistance of this wire. Now remember that the wire is the same, so the nature of the material is the same, hence resistivity will be same in both the cases, because resistivity depends on the nature of the material, not on the length and the area of cross section of the wire. Okay, so let us talk about the initial wire, that is the case 1. So let the resistance of that wire be R, and we all know that resistance is related with the formula rho L by A, and as per the first situation, the total resistance of this wire is given to be 9 ohm. Let us mark this equation as 1. Now when we will double the wire by folding, so let the resistance of this condition be R dash. Now it will be rho only because the material is the same, so resistivity will remain the same. But in the folded wire, the length becomes L by 2 and the area becomes 2a. Okay, so this is the change now in that folded wire. Now R dash is equal to 2 into 2 is 4, and since it is the denominator, let us take this 1 by 4 in front, and what are we left with? Rho L by A. Now we will see it from equation 1. When we look at equation 1, we get to know that rho L by A is nothing but 9 ohm. Okay, so we will replace rho L by A value as 9 ohm from equation 1. And what do we get over here? R dash is equal to 1 upon 4 into 9 ohm. And when we will divide it, we will get R dash is equal to 2.25 ohm. So this is the new resistance of this wire which was folded up. Okay, so this is how we are supposed to think about these questions. Now moving on to the second part of it. If you still have some problem, you can just rewind the video and you can see that once again. Now let us move on to the second part of it, that again we have a piece of wire whose resistance is 20 ohm. Now it is drawn so that the length is increased to twice of its original length. Now what does it mean? Suppose this is a wire whose initial length is L and area of cross section is A. Now it is drawn such that the length becomes twice of L. Now we all can see that once the length will become twice of L, the area will become half of the initial, right? So now let us all start writing. Suppose the initial wire, it is R, the resistance rho L by A, and that is given to us as 20 ohm. Okay, so we all can see that is given to us as 20 ohm. Let us mark this as 1. Now once the wire is drawn out so that its length is twice of its original length, let the new resistance be R dash. Since wire is the same, rho remains rho. Now length is double because it is increased twice its original length, and now the area will reduce to half. We will rearrange this. The new equation becomes rho 2L into 2 upon A. This A 2 goes into the numerator, and 2 into 2 is 4, so we will take out this 4 in front and it becomes rho L by A. Now from equation 1, rho L by A value can be put up as 20. So it is R dash is equal to 4 into 20. So R dash is equal to 80 ohm, right? So the new resistance is going to be 80 ohm in this case. It is also very, very easy. Now moving on to the next question, question number 4, that calculate the resistance of an aluminium cable of length 10 kilometer. So length is equal to 10 kilometer. It is 10 into 10 raised to the power 3 meter. We have to change it into the SI unit. The diameter is given 2 millimeter. We all can see. And again we have to change it into meter. So 2 into 10 raised to the power minus 3. But we know that in case of the resistivity, we never use the diameter. So the radius will be half of it, that is divided by 2 we have to do, and it becomes 1 into 10 raised to the power minus 3. And we all know that radius also we never use anywhere. We use area. Area will be pi r square. So it will be 3.14 into the square of r, that is 1 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 whole square. Meter square will become the area. So now we have got the length, we have got the area, we have to calculate the resistance, and the resistivity of this aluminium wire is 2.7 into 10 raised to the power 8 ohm meter. Now applying the formula, R is equal to rho L by A. So we just have to put the values. It is 2.7 into 10 raised to the power minus 8 into what is the length given, 10 into 10 raised to the power 3 upon area. Area we have just written 3.14 into 1 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 ka square. Okay, and now we just have to solve it. So this will be minus 6 and this will cancel out, minus 2 it will be, minus 2 and this will cancel out, it will be 10 raised to the power 1. Point and 10 will cancel out, so it will be 270 upon 3.14. Actually we will get this, and when we will solve it, we will get answer nearly equal to 86 ohm. Okay, so after doing the calculations, we will get it to be 86 ohm. Right, now moving to the next question, question number 5. that is, in the circuit diagram given alongside, find the total resistance. Okay, now let us solve the first part, total resistance. Suppose this is R1, R2 and R3. We get to know that R2 and R3 are in parallel. So 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon 8 plus 1 upon 12, and taking the LCM, 24, 3 plus 2 is equal to 1 upon Rp, and Rp will come out to be 4.8 ohm once we will solve it. Okay, how? 5 by 24, and then we find out Rp will be 24 by 5 and we get it. Now once we will get 4.8 after solving these two, 4.8 ohm and 7.2, they will be in series with each other. So Rs will be equal to 7.2 plus 4.8, and the total resistance will come out to be 12 ohm. Okay, so this is the answer to the first part. Second, that we have to find out the total current. Now when we find out the total current, the other two things should also be total, that is potential total and resistance also total. So V is equal to IR, I is equal to V upon R. We have to find out the total current. Potential should be total, that is 6 volt, and resistance should also be total, that is 12. When we will solve it, it will be 1 by 2, and current flowing will come out to be 0.5 ampere. Okay, so this is the answer to the second part. We have found the total current. Now they are asking that what is the potential difference across R1. Okay, now this is R1. We have to find out the potential difference across R1, right? So we will see when we will apply the formula. So current is going to be, see, current is flowing from here, so that same total current will flow through R1 also. So we can apply the formula V is equal to IR1. Okay, I will be the total current because that is flowing, and the same current will flow through this one also. So that will be 0.5, and R1 value is 7.2, and the value of current that we get is 3.6 volt. Okay, so this is how we will find out the value of the current. Now moving on to question number 6. In the circuit given below, 5 resistances 10, 40, 30, 20, 60 ohm are connected to a 12 volt battery. So 10, 40, 30, 20, 60. Okay, so let us all see that what they are asking. First of all, the total resistance in the circuit. So we all can see that 10 and 40 are in parallel. So 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 by 10 plus 1 by 40. 40 will be the LCM, 4 plus 1, 5 by 40. But remember, it will be equal to 1 upon Rp. Okay, now we have to find out the value of Rp. It will come out to be 8 ohm, right? So we have solved this and this. The answer comes out to be 8 ohm. In the similar manner, we will solve 30, 20 and 60. So 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 by 30 plus 1 by 20 plus 1 by 60. It will be 60. 2 plus 3 plus 1, but remember it is 1 by Rp. So that will come out to be 6 by 60, 1 by 10, dividing it, and Rp will come out to be 10 ohm. So now we have solved these three and the answer comes out to be 10 ohm. Now they both then are attached in series with each other. So Rs is equal to 8 plus 10 and the answer comes out to be 18 ohm, right? So this is the total resistance. It was actually a mixed combination having parallel and series both. The second part, they are asking that find out the total current flowing in the circuit. Now we have to find out the current. So obviously V is equal to IR. R value, I we have to find out, it will be V by R. Now they are asking us total value of current, so potential should be total and resistance should also be total. Okay, so what is the total value for potential? That is 12. Resistance should be total 18, and we will divide 2 by 3. On solving it, we get 0.67 ampere as the total current that will flow, right? So remember, whenever the total value is asked, the other things that we are putting, physical quantities, they should also be total. Okay, question number 7, very easy. What is the ratio of potential difference and current known as? Okay, so what is this ratio known as? This is like V upon I is equal to R. So the answer is resistance. Okay, the ratio is called as resistance. The value of potential difference V applied across a resistor and the corresponding value of I in the following resistors are given below. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 values of potential. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 values of current. Okay, now they are asking plot a graph between V and I. So if there is no error, like this is a perfect reading for V and I, we can see that as the value of potential is increasing, the value of current is also increasing by the same manner. Okay, there is like a directly proportional relation between them. So the graph between V and I, when we will put all the values together, it will be a straight line graph and the slope will be representing resistance. Calculate the resistance of the resistor. Now here we have got two ways to find out the value for the resistance. First we can do the total of the potential difference, like 25 plus 20 45, then 50 60, then 70, then 75 and 77.5. Now since the total values are 1 2 3 4 5 6, we will divide it by 6. We will get the average value for V. In the similar manner, we will add all the 6 values of current: 1.8, 1.8, 6.6, 1.8, 2.4, then 2.8, 3, 3.1. So it is 3.1 divided by 6 again. So that will give us the average value, and then we can find out the average value of resistance from here. So we all know V is equal to IR, R is equal to V upon I. Let us put the average value: 77.5 divided by 6. I is 3.1 divided by 6. We will crisscross it, rearrange it. 77.5 divided by 6 into 6 upon 3.1. 6 and 6 cancel out, and it will be 0.5 and 0.5 also cancel out, and the value of R on solving this comes out to be 25 ohms. Okay, so I hope that it comes out to be 25 ohms. That is 775 divided by 31. Yes, it is 25 ohms. Okay, so this is how we will find out the value of resistance. Now name the law which is illustrated by the VI graph. It is the Ohm's law, in honor of George Simon Ohm, right? So this is part 1 of the video. To see the part 2, you to check out the answers of the next questions, you have to see the part 2 of the video. Thank you.